And we're back with more Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Like Dark Samus here, we're going to be hunting for more energy in this guide by locating all the energy tanks in the game. If you find this video to be helpful, be sure to like and subscribe to stay tuned for my other guides. Ideally, by the time we're done, you won't get overwhelmed with ing like Samus here, so let's first fall into temple grounds and get some tanks. Our first energy tank in temple grounds lands us in the temple assembly site. Here we'll just need to meander on over to the big red door and blow it up with a missile. Our energy tank is hanging out inside, waiting for us. Temple Grounds Energy Tank number 2 brings us to the Windchamber Gateway. First, we want to launch across the ravine in the Morph Ball. Once across, simply swing across to the small platform with the grapple beam to snag your next energy tank. Energy tank number 3 brings us to Fortress Transport Access to wrap up energy tanks in the temple grounds. For this one, we'll simply need the light suit and to jump into the giant beam of light visible about halfway through the room. Once the light suit transports you to the top, turn around to find and acquire your new tank. Now that we're in Agon Waste, we find ourselves in the mine shaft for energy tank number 4. This energy tank will require some double bomb jumps to get to our prize. If you're playing Metroid Prime Trilogy, you can shake the Wiimote to skip the first hop like I do. Otherwise, you'll need to time your bomb drops when moving around. This is done by dropping the first, dropping your second right before the first goes off, and then dropping your third at the peak of your first hop. From there, navigate forward until part of the path is obscured. This section doesn't have a wall on the left side, so avoid falling off by stopping in the middle before hopping up. From there, keep going to snag the energy tank. Next up, we visit a room called Bioenergy Production in Agon Wastes. First up, we'll need to activate the platform system in the room. I'd also recommend killing any enemies first, but live your life how you please. Once activated, make your way back to the opposite side of the room. Once there, use the scannable arrows to command the platforms into the desired position, with them incrementing in height from the left of the room to the right of the room. After the platforms are in place, hop up the platforms to snag our fizzy blue energy drink. The 6th energy tank brings us to Agon Waste's mining station access. In this room, roll on into the tunnel until about halfway through and position yourself on top of the sand cube. Then simply drop a morph ball bomb and snag another energy tank after getting launched by the orb cannon. To wrap up Agon Wastes, our 7th energy tank brings us back to the mining plaza. First, let's make our way to a high spot in the cavern. From here, we'll need to use the echo visor to locate the signals that are being broadcast to keep the door locked. Shoot each until the energy tank is revealed. Finally, let's use a screw attack to retrieve our latest prize. The next big area to dive into is Torvus Bog, which brings us to the hallway called Temple Access for Energy Tank number 8. On the top floor of this passage, we'll find that there's a cover with some fracturing in it. Blow it up with a morph ball bomb and drop on in to snag the energy tank that we're after. Next up, we head to Transit Tunnel East for the 9th tank. In this tunnel, we'll need to make use of the morph ball and its bombs to trigger some switches. Activate the first switch with a typical double bomb hop. Once the water gets turned on, line up with the 4th pipe and drop a morph ball bomb to trigger a jump. Then drop another bomb right before you reach your maximum height in the flow of water. Keep doing this sequence until you reach the top of the pipe. It'll take some trial and error, but you'll get it. Do this to activate the switch, and then again with the 2nd pipe to acquire the energy tank itself. The Bog's next adventure brings us into Dark Torvus Temple. Here we'll make our way across the lower level until we can find a super missile door. Blow the door off its hinges and grab the energy tank on the other side. Torvus Bog's 4th energy tank lands us in the Torvus Plaza. Make your way to the center of the room, then use a morph ball and boost ball to ride the half pipe up to the magnetic track at the top of the room. Next, navigate the various paths and tracks with the spider ball until you reach the end where an orb cannon can be seen. This will launch you to where the energy tank is hanging out, so hop on over and grab it. The final destination for Torvus Bog brings us to the Meditation Vista. This room is normally just used for the portal to Dark Ether, but jump into the distance beyond the portal and you can find a moving platform. Once you land on this platform, it will then float on over to where the energy tank is hanging out, waiting to be rescued. Making our way to Sanctuary Fortress, we find ourselves within the Reactor core. Before you navigate the different paths with your Morph Ball, I highly recommend killing all the Resbits, which are the floating orb robots in this room. After that, follow along with the video to boost and spider your way to victory. Make sure to keep an eye out for the electricity that turns on periodically on your way to the energy tank. And last but not least, the final energy tank brings us to the Watch Station access room within Sanctuary Fortress. To get this tank, we'll need to come in from the far end of this room, and from there, simply swing around the corner and snag your prize. This room also has grapple points to make getting back to the main area easier, so be sure to activate those too. And with that, we're all done covering the energy tanks from Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Hopefully this guide has helped you grab these items easier than without it. As always, a big thank you to my community and wonderful patrons seen here. I definitely appreciate you guys continuing to support while I can work on more content. If you like this video, be sure to check out my other Metroid Prime 2 guides too. If you want to join our little crew, be sure to check out my link tree in the description to see my social media pages and join the Discord where we drop memes and share Nintendo news. Also be sure to subscribe so you can keep an eye out for more guides in the future. Until next time, stay frosty everybody.